actor Michael Keaton once said, "To this day, I have the most fond memories of some of my old toys." This quote really struck a chord with me because as I reflect on my life, I realize that most of my fond memories are also tied to my childhood toys. Specifically, my unholy amount of stuffed penguin animals. Yes, I had and still currently have all 84 stuffed penguins that I collected in my youth, which I still know all of the names of. Now, I suppose I should explain the origin of this penguin obsession. It all began with the penguin that I bought named March the Penguin, which, yes, is named after the documentary narrated by Morgan Freeman, that is, March of the Penguins. In 2005, while I was on a family vacation, my parents decided to take me and my siblings out to a movie. And what better movie to take your 5, 8, and 11-year-old out to than a documentary on the Antarctic wildlife. In the movie, there's a scene where a penguin is eaten by a sea lion, because it is a documentary, and I was just heartbroken when this scene came up, and I bawled for the entire movie because I just felt so bad for the penguin. Well, the next day we went to SeaWorld and we saw all the sea creatures and, of course, the penguins. And we went to the gift shop afterwards, and there was a penguin there, and I grabbed it and I thoughtfully named it March, after the documentary. From that day forward, I was hooked, and I collected stuffed penguins wherever I went, whether it was on vacation, for birthdays, holidays, special occasions, or not so special occasions. If there was a stuffed penguin in the vicinity that was up for purchase, I would be taking it home. But March was special. Even though I collected many, many penguins, March went with me everywhere I went. Whether it was to the grocery store, mall, church, errands, or to pick up my siblings, his flipper was tightly clasped in my hand. However, the penguin obsession didn't end with stuffed penguins. Oh, no, no, no. It manifested into all other aspects of my life. I had whole birthdays and parties surrounded by the theme of penguins. I even dressed up as a penguin for Halloween. And like all childhood obsessions, I slowly outgrew it and collecting all my penguin paraphernalia. But as I mentioned, I still have all of those at my house. It's not because I just can't let go of it. It's because they're a part of me, a part of my memories and my childhood. I got March about the time we moved to the house where I grew up in, the place where I could really clearly start to recall memories from my childhood. When I look at him, I feel nostalgic, not because he was just my first stuffed animal that I was really fond of, but because he's attached to so many memories, other memories, like playing games with my brother, playing Pokemon, video games, or just house or stuffed animals with him. He reminds me of a time when me and my siblings were homeschooled and we could go play out in the yard freely once we were done with our homework. A time when I would go play spy with my friends and neighbors. A time when my family would go to the pool every day. A time of togetherness before life got busy. And really, I think, in a sense, March to me, when I look at him, represents simplicity. Now that I'm older, I realize the power that items, trinkets, and toys can have. They're snapshots into our lives and reflect what we valued and liked. I'm really grateful I got to have and decided to keep all of my penguins, because each of the stuffed animal is a snapshot into a part of my life and the memories that were attached to them. And so when I hold March, I hold a part of my memory, a part of my life. Life is unpredictable and ever-changing. And so it's nice to know that we can have these items, momentums, and toys that hold a part of our life and those fond memories that we can reflect on.